me apologise because before the break I got my six-packs confused. It wasn't Channing Tatum, it was Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, you weren't looking at the auto cue, you were looking at the six-pack.
I wasn't looking at his face,
and you
that's
mixed
for sure.
up your...
Yeah.
OK.
Moving on.
Anyway, welcome back to Weekend Sunrise. It's Boxing Day, so if you're still waiting for Santa to arrive, he's not coming. Anyway, that means the box office is also bursting with holiday films vying for your attention. Joining us from Melbourne with the complete wrap is Jabba Davis, who might be feeling a bit jabbier this morning than usual. How are you, fella? Happy Christmas.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Good morning, Edwina. I'm feeling pretty good, actually, because check that out. That's what Santa brought me.
Oh, yeah,
I got a lot of pair of
nice.
free
Snoopy
Snoopy
thongs.
thongs.
Now, as the Peanuts film... Well, we'll get to that in a minute. All right, now, talk us through Pixar. They've always got a Boxing Day offering. What is it?
Okay, so Snoopy's next week. This week, Pixar have released 2 animated feature films in 2015. Of course, in the middle of the year, we were treated to a film that's going to receive a nomination for Best Picture, Inside Out. This has been followed up with a movie called The Good Dinosaur, which is in cinemas from today. This is my pick for the best film on Boxing Day. It is a pretty simple premise. What if the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs missed planet Earth?
Oh.
Humans and dinosaurs would coexist, and in The Good Dinosaur, the creatures, i.e. the dinosaurs, they're farmers, and humans are wild animals, as we see there. There's Spot, a little boy. Arlo is an apatosaurus. He's quite nervous. He's separated from his dad in a freak storm. He befriends Spot, a little human being, who helps Arlo find his way home. Pixar call it a boy and dog story, where the boy is a dinosaur and the dog is a boy. It's mesmerising for the incredible photorealistic environment that the Pixar team have created for this film, based on actual US geological data. It is a phenomenal looking film. It is the pick of Boxing Day, perfect for under 10s. 4 stars for The Good Dinosaur. Really solid family film.
Oh, good stuff, Jabs. Another kids' movie out this week is the 4th instalment of Alvin and the Chipmunks. Any cracks beginning to show in that franchise, or is it still going strong?
Maybe I'm delusional after, the Christmas festivities, but this is actually my favourite Alvin and the Chipmunks film.
Gee, that's saying something.
And you've seen all
That
4.
feels like that's going to be the grab they play back in 50 years when we remember Jabba. I guess with Alvin and the Chipmunks, we either love or hate them. They're pretty easy to dislike, but I think the sheer effort and energy that goes into these films, I think Jason Lee's like, okay, I'll just take my paycheck and this will be the only film I'm ever in anymore. He's got a new girlfriend who has a son, and they go to Miami to have a big party where he's going to propose to her. So the Chipmunks, they want to break up the party because they're worried they're going to be kicked to the curb. Totally ridiculous. Chock full of chipmunk pop hits. That guy's great as an air marshal. Just so over the top. 3.5 stars. Really, I found this enormously entertaining. Alvin
Jabba,
and the Chipmunks for the Roadchip.
If you had to, sort of rate the Chipmunks franchise alongside, say, Rocky, Die Hard and Star Wars, where would it feature?
Well, I guess in the Star Wars universe, if you called the new film the 4th one, which in a way it is, it's really the 7th one, it'd be pretty good. But it's fine, for families, it's a great film. Something that I'm not sure if this is really appropriate for families. This also features Stepdads. Of course, it's Daddy's Home, starring Mark Wahlberg, not Channing Tatum, and the incredible Will Ferrell. Look, this had a lot of promise, but I just would have liked to see a lot more buffoonery from the two of them. Ruby, who is 8, went and saw it yesterday and loved it. That may well have been the family that she went with, which wasn't me. She had a great time with the popcorn.
Did she go with
3
Mark
stars for
Wahlberg?
Daddy's Home. Warning, it's PG, but there's some real crudeness in there. Some adult films right now, not adult films, but films for adults. Suffragette, we reviewed
Change of pace, Jeb.
a few weeks ago. This has got a great cast. Meryl Streep is in it very briefly. It's the story of the suffragette movement set in England in 1912. Carey Mulligan is Maud, a working mother who is copped into the suffragette movement. An incredible true story. 3 stars for this one. And the most anticipated film of the year alongside Star Wars, or one of the most anticipated, comes from David O. Russell, who's had an incredible track record in the last decade with movies like The Fighter, Silver Linings Playbook, and American Hustle. This year he gives us Joy, also starring Jennifer Lawrence, Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro is in there. This, after watching it with my wife, Melissa and I were just like, wow, we'd really looked forward to that. At the end you go, wow, they made a movie about a woman who invented a mop. enormously disappointing. It has had massive reviews though, so maybe again I am high on Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Isn't there Oscar buzz around that movie, Jabs, for Best Picture and Best Actress?
The Oscar nods are coming out, so people are expecting it to do well. I think movies like Breakfast Spreads. Some people love Vegemite, some people hate it. For me, Joy's like a Marmite. Never touch it.
Right. Well, I mean, what's wrong with a storyline about someone who invents a mop? I mean, I believe Bunnings has nominated that as their movie of the year.
They have indeed. Look, if it had just been that, it might have actually worked, but it goes off on these different tangents. It's quite madcap. I just didn't get it, but some of my least favourite film reviewers have loved it, so that tells me everything I need to know. That I wish I'd never seen it.
Not as good as Alvin and the Chipmunks 4. Finally, Michael Caine, a retired orchestra conductor in Youth. Jabba, what are your thoughts on this one?
Okay, so Margaret Pomerantz has given this 5 stars. 5 stars is what I gave Star Wars and Mad Max Fury Road. Youth I give 2. So unfortunately it wasn't for me. It's also got a bit of Oscar buzz, but the real Oscar films are coming in the next few weeks. Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight. Alejandro González Iñárritu, the director of Birdman, he's giving this The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio. The Big Short is coming. There's some sensational, real brainy films. Carol with Cate Blanchett. But in the meantime, that's your wrap of Boxing Day. Plenty to get stuck into to escape whatever reality is facing all of us today.
Just BTW, Jabba. Pomeranz loved the mop film. Rated it very highly.
I'd like to see Margaret and Jabba go to the movies
Head
and
to
then we
head
can go
with-
head to head with
Margaret.
Margaret.
Pomeranian and Jabbity Jabs.
Thank you so much, Jabba. Enjoy
Thanks,
the rest
guys.
of
Merry Christmas.
Boxing Day, won't you?